All right. I think we're ready to go, guys. Reluctantly, we are back. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just gonna get one thing set up here, and that, of course, is the inactive list. There we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another 60 minutes emotional torture. Browns face the Dolphins in a battle of 1-5 teams that I like to call the ass off because these two teams are both butt cheeks this year. And it would be so Browns to lose to a team that's facing a lot of turmoil so far, in the behind the scenes. Because, I mean, there's a lot of talk going on in that locker room in Miami. Guys late for meetings. There's a lot of trade talk. There's talk about the coach getting canned soon. So yeah, of course, it would be so Browns for them to go out, help the Dolphins save their job. Wow. Yeah. No negative plays. Stop the run for the Browns. Commit to the run. 30 rush attempts and create turnovers. Exactly. Yep. But you know how Kevin is, right? He's going to air the ball out because he makes no sense. So as we await the start of this game at a rainy Cleveland, Ohio, really one thing, when they build that new stadium, that's going to be something I kind of miss. You know, playing in the elements, right? Mother Nature actually having an effect on the game. Another 60 minutes of emotional torture. We love it though. Sup, Quandale says, let's get it. I'm ready to get hurt again. All right. I like YouTube TV, just soothes the soul with like these cool videos. Like you got the beach, you know, and then from that they'll go right into the Browns getting the butt whipped. Oh man, this team just sucks. I mean, I'm expecting nothing this week. Honestly, I'm expecting Tua Tagovailoa to have a career game. It would be such a Browns thing for us to save McDaniels' job too, right? Like the week leading up, is McDaniels going to get fired? Is he going to get fired? He's going to get fired. And then they beat us and they go on like this massive win streak or something. So, despite the fact that we both suck, the Browns, believe it or not, have been 2.5 point favorites all week. Mainly because they're at home. Home teams get a 3 point favorite by default. So technically we're like 2.5. So, not saying much. Over under 35.5. You could see it going a little under. Will the Browns even score double digits today? I have no idea. Money line minus 135 for the Browns, plus 115 for the Dolphins. All right, let's go to the injury report. Of course, the Dolphins coming off back-to-back losses to the Panthers and the Chargers by a combined 5 points. And the Browns, of course, lost to the Vikings in London, 21-17. And then they lost to the Steelers, 23-9. Yeah, that's tough. So let's do this. Injury report. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Where are they at? Here they are. All right. Their injury report: Matthew Judon, Taj Washington, Cedric Wilson Jr., Storm Duck, and Zach Wilson, as well as Elijah Campbell, are all inactive today. So a rather lengthy inactive list. A pretty inactive list for them. And then, of course, for the Browns, as we know, you have Jarek Bernard Converse, Raheem Sanders, Jack Conklin, of course, Mike Hall, and David Njoku. Point, you can just say that Jack Conklin is low-key stealing money. I mean, as I say every time, he's legit. He's legit made of glass and paper. Obviously, we know paper doesn't do well in the rain. Serious. He's made of paper mache and held together by thumbtacks. I've never seen a dude get hurt more than he does. You got Joe Thomas, who played a nagging injury, but he still played. The thing that took him out was a freaking tricep injury. As a blocker, you need your arms. You need your arms. So hurting a tricep took him out for the year and ended his career. Who would have thought? Hey. So, what else is there to really go over? Nothing else. Pretty rainy day out there in Cleveland. All right. Browns win the toss and will take the football. Wow. Wow. Browns will. Browns will receive to start the game. I can't believe I saw that. Are we live, honey? They're live. Oh, they're live. All right. Sure how far behind I'll be today because I'm on YouTube TV. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's the Didi Kikabwala all covered up, ready to go. Got the rain gear on. Browns will receive to start the game. Yay. All right, what do you got for us today, Cleveland? 3 and out on one play somehow? It's Mike McDaniel. 29-28 record as the coach of the Dolphins. 26-13 versus teams below 500. And they're going to take the ball. And the kick is away, and we're underway from Huntington Bank Field as the returners almost collided. Here's the return by Dylan Sampson. He'll get it. A decent return. Somewhat decent return. And here comes, and there's already a flag. Okay. There's already a flag. This team sucks, dude. Heads should be rolling, but no. Our coach is too mellow. Okay, no foul. Oh, wow. No flag. Could be a sign of things to change here, huh? No flag. Wow. Last 2 weeks, 56% completion percentage, 4.8 yards per attempt, 0 turnovers. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Who's ready for more dink and dunking? Yeah. Especially in this weather. All right. Under center. I formation Browns in their all brown uniforms today. The Turds. Play action. He's going to run for a solid about, 6 yards. A little late hit. No flags, of course. Do that to Patrick Mahomes and you'll get thrown in jail. Four. It's debatable. If that was Mahomes, they would have caught a flag on that. Just saying. 2nd and 4. Hands it off to Judkins, who gets about 2. 3rd down and 2 or so. This team is pathetic. This team is pathetic. 31 rushes of 10 plus yards allowed, tied for most in the NFL. But we have 11 rushes of 10 plus yards, second fewest. So they allow the most, but we don't run it. We don't get those many runs. Let's just win. That's asking an awful lot. That's asking an awful lot from this God forbid, this forsaken team. As there's Judkins on the sideline, Ford in the backfield. Got 1 on the clock. Snap it. There you go. And he doesn't get it. Dude, who's calling these plays? Who's calling these plays? Kevin, get your brain checked, bro. On ass, weak ass dude, man. Tommy Reese is drawing these plays up. Throw him out of the freaking booth. Have security throw him out the damn stadium. And here's the punt from Bjorquez. Really good one. And it's going to go into the end zone. I want him to go out of bounds. Damn, you could have coffin quartered him. But, our gunners are like running on cinder blocks. So here comes Tua Tagovailoa. 18 and now there's holding on the receiving team. 18-7 at home, 8-14 on the road since 2022. Wow. All right, well, here's the defense now. Tua, dump off. Devon Achane gets about, I'd say 6 or 7. Really couldn't see the first down marker, so I'm just assuming. Last week versus the Chargers, 128 rush yards, 2 rush touchdowns. 79.7 rush yards per game allowed, 3rd fewest in the NFL for the Browns. Dylan Gabriel actually ran it for like 6 yards. He actually had a pretty good run. A QB keeper. Under center for Tua. They're going to run it. And he'll get about 2. Just found a little hole in the corner there. Hopefully we're going to be able to stuff him, but not that time. Nope. Devon Achane. Of course, no Tyreek Hill. He's out for the year. Tore his knee up a few weeks ago. So they do Jalen Waddle. I don't know if you're really going to want to pass it much in this weather. 17 to go, 3rd and 2, back to pass. Wide open. That's Washington. There's even like practice anything on defense. They just sit in the corner and do their little dances. That's something that they do. They do nothing on practice. You guys get sucked in with 83, and that leaves Washington wide open. 1st and 10. Just past the 30. Throws it deep to absolutely nobody. Man was the only guy there, and he plays for the Browns. All right. So, of course, two quarterbacks from the state of Hawaii. I think they're from the same island, too, just a little ways away from each other. They played each other in high school. Rumor has it that the game that they played was called early due to light. Oh, and he dropped it. The game was called early due to no lights. The lights went out. That's tough. That's tough. All right, 3rd down. Can the Browns actually get off the field here? This Browns team is so bad, dude. I've been a staunch Stefanski supporter since we hired him because he's been the best coach we've had. This is getting ridiculous, dude. Back to pass, dumps it off, and loses about a yard. Alex Wright with the tackle. He's one of the few bright spots that we have. So they hold the Dolphins to really nothing. Got a few yards on some runs, but that's about it, and one pass, but that's it. Offense, how about we actually manufacture a drive that scores points? And here's the punt. And let's see what they get on this return. Gage Larvadane. Good to see he's out there. He, I believe, was out with a concussion or something earlier last week. So it's good to see him back out there. And now it's time to see what this Browns offense won't do. You know when Judkins is not in the game, it's like, yep, we're not getting it. Forward on 3rd and 4. It's going to end up. This is going to end up being the Lois Hyde situation. The only way we stop Kevin and them from running him is to trade him. Understand. Is it Tommy or is it freaking Kevin? I need to know for sure who's drawing the plays up because Kevin is the one calling them. If Tommy's the one drawing them up, get his ass out of here. Because Tommy might be like, yo, this is what Tommy probably like, he like, yo, Kev, let's run it here. Kevin be like, okay. Let's go 34, run it to the left, for like 1 yard. But Tommy, it's 3rd and 4. I know. I want the fans to be mad at you because they think you're the one drawing up the plays, but it's me. Oh man, who's ready for another 3-and-out? It's pretty sad that I get excited when we get a first down. Franklin and Joku. That's a big loss. And Joku. There's Lucas. Throw on 31. Fenton motions. Hands it off for 1 yard. Stop running it up the freaking middle. Oh my God, Kevin. Got the Ryan Day against Team Up North game plan. Run it up the middle for nothing. Running up the middle. Running up the middle. You know what? Kevin definitely watched that Kentucky game last night against Texas. He saw Kentucky run it 3 straight times up the middle for nothing on in overtime. He's like, hey, I could do that. Back to pass, dumps it off to Judy, gets about a yard. Calls. Piss me off, Kevin. Or Tommy, whoever. God. About ready to throw both of them in the freaking river at this point. Throw both of them in the lake. Say anything. He does, but just doesn't say anything when the camera's on him. Dump off pass, 39. Here comes the dump off. We got him to jump. Oh, false start. False start. Yep. Of course. Yep. Back us up. Back us up. 2-year, $90 million extension for Kevin Durant. Okay. And there's the drive killing penalty. Got to tweet it out. This drive was already dead before, so who cares? 3rd and 14. This team's pissing me off, dude. Back to pass. Rolls to his left. Throws it to nobody. Incomplete to Thrash. Get the flag down. Holding. Browns. That could be holding on the defense here. Let's see. Yeah. Get saved by the flags. They got Dolphins for illegal contact. That's Chop Robinson coming off the edge. Not been Chop. It might have been someone else. I think it was someone else from the secondary. He just said Chop Robinson for some reason. So free first down. Nothing. Blew up immediately. These guys are so ass, bro. My God. These guys aren't even trying. Here comes the pass rush. Now there's the contact. That's on number 26. That's on Rasul Douglas. So here's Fenton. 2nd down. Going backwards more than anything. Back to pass. Off. Judy kicks the ball. So we can catch that one. That is, wow, right through the hands of the defender Douglas. So, it's down. He wanted to throw that pick so bad. Here's a handoff. Judkins gets past the 45. Need to have Judkins run around the edge. If I'm the Browns and I want to know how to use Judkins the best, I watch him at Ohio State. Yeah, he runs up the middle a lot, but off tackle or like around the edge. If you set a good block around the edge, you could spring him wide out. You could spring him for a massive gain. He's too big for these corners to try to bring down. Hell was that? And there's a flag. Flag thrown too. Yeah, it's going to be illegal. It's going to be roughing the passer. Yeah. Watch. Yep. Roughing the passer. Right in the face. Yeah, he had hands up in the face and Seiler. So another first down for the Browns, and they're moving the ball via penalty on the Dolphins. Yeah, he put his hands on the helmet. You can't really touch the head area. The official was right there, so he saw it. So they'll get the ball now, free 15 yards. That'll put us in Dolphin territory. This is the only way we can move the ball, seemingly. It's pretty sad, but that's just the way it is. Brielle under center. Judkins in the backfield. Judy motions now into the slot area. And he's going to power his way through for about 6. It's at the 35. Oh, there's Anthony Weaver. Worst rush defense, 20th ranked pass, and total of 30th. If we can just get Judkins and them going, that'd be great. Inside the 35. Hands it off. There they go. Bounce it outside. Stiff from his ass. Nice tackle. See what I mean? See what I mean? You break him outside, and that's what happens. Because once he gets going, he's like Nick Chubb. Once he gets going, you can't bring him down. He's too good. He's way too strong with his legs, man. He's got the leg work of freaking Kareem Hunt. And he's like a Nick Chubb with Kareem Hunt speed. Pops it outside and tries to ankle tackle him. That's not going to happen. He's an SEC running back. Of course he's going to break those tackles, man. Come on. Inside the 20. Hands it off again. About a yard. Yep, here's where they Browns it. Here's where they Browns it. 100%. Rasheed Rice on a little jet sweep. Yeah, of course. They're gonna destroy the Raiders. Second and 9. They're 11-1 in their last 12 home games over there in Kansas City. That's insane. 3:09 to go in the first. Shotgun for Gabriel. That's Sampson to his left, to his right. Hands it off. Sampson around the edge. He'll get about the 11, 12-yard line. Third down and a few. Getting Sampson more involved. 53.3% touchdown percentage in the red zone. Second in the NFL. Not worst. Who would have thought? They're going to end up with 3 points here. It's 3rd and 5. 2:30 to go in the first. motions, back to pass, and it's to nobody. Of course. Browns it every time. And they're going to take the points here and go for the field goal. I don't know. Oh, yeah, he took out freaking Judy, blindsided him. Browns did. All right, here's a 30-yard attempt. It's up and good. At least Schmidt's been better since that week 1 game. The game we could have won, we freaking lose because of him. And since then, he's been fantastic. 3-0 Browns. This offensive line just is ass. You know? Definitely helped if our starting right tackle wasn't made of glass and paper mache. You know, it wouldn't be made of glass because glass has actually got some strength to it. You got to put some effort to break glass. He's made of wet paper and thumbtacks. Really wet paper. No, wet paper and glue. Yep. And our left tackle got taken out by a hit. And he had to play right tackle because our current right tackle, or the one that's injured, again, was injured. No wonder this offense can't do nothing on the run game. Their freaking O-line stinks. The tackles are ass, and the interior guys, they try their hardest, but you can't do much when the tackles aren't setting everything up. Held out by a couple penalties too. Wow. Saints picked off Williams. Wow. You know, people have this theory about the season starting, back before week 1. Theory that said Kenny Pickett was probably going to be the starter. But then he got hurt, and that threw everything through a loop. As his mother died before the game, his mind was not into the game. Oh. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, yeah, you talk about Schmidt. Yeah. So this was Garrett. You know, it'd be great here defense if he could go out and get a turnover. Wow. All right, so here's the kick. And it'll go shy of the end zone. They're going to take us out. And Washington gets tackled about the 23-yard line. Dolphins get it back. 4 sacks first 3 games. He has not had a sack in the last 3. Well, that's Myles Garrett. He'll have a great start, and then he'll just disappear. Does it every year. It does it every year. He'll have a monster start, and then he'll sputter off, and you won't hear from him for like a few games. They didn't have this random game where he has like 4 sacks in like the first half. Here's a handoff, and Achan will break through 30, 20, and he's going to get a monster gain. Yep, that's the Browns for you. Campbell saves a touchdown. 46-yard game. Weak ass defense. That's all I'm going to say. Weak ass defense. So yeah, it's going to be 7-3 Dolphins here real soon. Real soon. Tried to do what he did last week. Pop the ball out, but the ball was well hidden from him by Achan. Just shy of the 30. Flipped the field in one play. And there's Waddle for the first down. These guys aren't even trying to cover, dude. It's a receiver like over here, right? He's like doing the freaking They just jog. They don't be like sticking their man. It's like, oh, he's gonna catch this, and I'm gonna try to tackle him. Third in rush defense, seventh in the pass somehow, and third in total. Inside the 20. Oh, it's gonna be 7-3 with the quickness. Weak ass defense. They always give up points right after they score. No matter what. Hands it off, and he's stuffed. So it looks like this game is either going to be tied or it's going to be 7-3. Unless we get a win. Unless we get a turnover. No, you cannot, Jacob. No, you cannot. And that'll be probably near the end of the first quarter here. 21 seconds to go in the first. Need a turnover in the worst way right here, man. And in motion. Yeah, they're just going to wait for the quarter to end. Yeah. Yeah. That'll do it for the first quarter. Browns up 3-0. There's one thing this team loves to do. It's give up response touchdowns or points afterwards. They all do. They run towards Garrett's side. Garrett will get like 4 sacks. He'll like have a monster start, and then he'll just vanish. These guys, they don't even care. They do not care. They do not care. And the worst part is for the Browns, everyone knows that once the calf season starts up, nobody gonna give a damn about this freaking god awful team anymore. To be fair, no. Yeah, we all know this lead ain't lasting long. September 17th, 2006, Tampa versus Atlanta. 14-3, Atlanta won. Was it the last matchup of 2 lefty quarterbacks? Oh, yeah, it was. Michael Vick versus who the heck is that other guy? Wow. Both Hawaiian, too. Same area. There's Dylan Gabriel. Like, man, it probably never ran. Probably rained a lot in Hawaii when he was a kid. Probably rains a lot down there. Hands it off. Achan stumbles. Get about 2. Put down. Holding these guys to 3 points would be a miracle. Team plays 49 yards, 3.8 average gain per play, 1 penalty for us. 9 plays, 81 total yards, 9 average gain per play, and then 3 for 30 penalties for the Dolphins. Sure, there's going to be a wide open dude somewhere on this play for either a first down or a touchdown here. There is Darren Waller. Got the Dolphins dragged him out of retirement. Back to pass. And broken up by Ronnie Hickman. Ronnie? I know he wanted to jump that route so bad, but he was a little late. Oh, okay, it wasn't broken up. It was a straight up incomplete to Washington. Right through his hands. That's tough, man. So here's a kick by Riley Patterson. 7 of 8. His longest was 47 yards. Come on, block it. Snap. Up, and it is good. So we're tied at 3. Head at 3. All right. Well, okay. Oh man. So Brandon Marcello, National College Football writer, said, for what it's worth, Florida has scheduled a staff meeting at 1:45 p.m. and a team meeting at 2. Does Billy Napier get the hoo-ha today? Man, if he does, keep an eye on recruiting. Right? Just saying. As a Buckeye fan, I'm sure they'd be looking at a few of their commits. Oh man, we were lucky to only hold him to 3 points. One thing about this defense, though, they'll give up the yards, but getting points is tough. Now, here's the difference, though. On drives where we don't set up the opponent in great territory, our defense usually does really well. It's the drives that are set up by the dumbass turnovers that we commit. That's where our defense flounders. Every time. Oh wow. Dolphins? I'm sorry, not the Dolphins, the Patriots losing. I beat the Patriots in my thing, didn't I? I'm gonna lose an eliminator because I thought the Patriots would come out here and look really good. I think around this time last year too. They lost because of the damn Bungles. That's why. Spiro Didi's Adam Archuleta on the call for this one. Orange sleeves with the brown jersey would go fire. For sure. Yeah. All right. Here's the kick. It's bobbled. Pick it up, you bum. And here's the return for a couple yards. Not too bad. But he can't freaking catch the ball off the rip. Oh, yeah. They're showing the play. DK. DK. Not Metcalf. Say his name wrong and you're gonna get freaking thrown in jail. You say Tramir's last name wrong, people will want to beat you up. Shotgun for Gabriel. The hell was that play? For 2 yards. Hunt field goal so far. The last drive was actually a really good one. 11 plays, 57-yard field goal drive. That was saved because of a couple penalties, of course. Trying it again. Back to pass. Putt. Oh, look at this. Malachi Corley, former New York Jet, gets a first down catch. Now, we did have, I think, a jet sweep run a few weeks ago, so that's Malachi Corley on a tunnel screen, weird ass play, breaks the tackle, gets the first down. Malachi, probably the only time we're going to hear his name today. By action. He's going to run for about 3. He's not afraid to run the ball. Can't be mad about that. Oh, now we're buffering. Gotta love YouTube TV. YouTube TV, hello. There you go. All right, 12:38 to go. 2nd and 7. He's not afraid to run. Flacco would have been. I mean, we saw Joe Flacco go for like a 13-yard run on Thursday night. Smack home. Because they, have weapons to actually watch out for. Hands it off. Gets about 3 or so. 3rd and 6. So they only give him a yard. Okay. All right. There's Shador. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Dolphins are 1 for 3. Oh, they got Leviston's ass out there. Oh, God. They got weak ass Leviston at right tackle. Oh, God. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Back to pass. Do it right to it. It's flag down. There's a flag. Defense. Ooh. DPI on the defense. Free first down for the Browns. That's on Minka. He's like, come on, man. Ooh. He's all over Fenton, kind of grabbing him. Yeah, he was kind of grabbing him a lot there. You can't really. He had him hooked by the arm, so yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get away with that too often. 1st and 10. Inside Dolphin territory. And he's Jenkins space. 20, 20, 10, touchdown. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Turn me up. Turn me up. Better not be no damn flags. Okay, no flags. I think we can relax, guys. Q. There's a flag. Offense. It's gonna be on us. It's coming back. Gonna be some stupid ass hold. Okay, no foul. All right. Springs through. Oh, hell yeah. Remember, he had a run like that negated in London. That's what I'm talking about, Q. Q. Luka must have got blasted or something. Wait, what? Jalex Hunt? Pick six? All right. All right, Q. Up, Q. I don't even know if y'all could even hear what I was saying. My microphone was probably cutting out like a mother trucker right there, man. Okay. Like I said, man, you get Q in space. Well, now it's raining out here now. Man, you should have seen the storms out in the Midwest, or not Midwest, but like in the South and the Plains yesterday. They had a game, Arkansas A&M, I think it was, actually pushed back a few hours because of the storms. I was like, damn. Thank God for Q, man. Remember, he had one of those called back before. So yeah, there's no flag. They actually said that there's no flag after the play. What happened to Minka? Was it Minka? Oh, he just landed wrong. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that sucks. It looked like he got a face full of dirt trying to tackle freaking Quinshawn. Tough. Tough. People still hate him for taking out Nick Chubb. Honestly, this makes up for it. Sending him to Miami, and Miami's not even good. That's tough. Pittsburgh, the team he was on, is 4-2. Still in the lead for the division, comfortably. But if you're a Steeler fan, you probably aren't very comfortable because you know how things usually go. As the season gets going, you guys flounder. 5-play, 83-yard drive, 2-minute, 55%. 2-minute drive, almost 3 minutes. And here's Schmidt for the extra point. Snap. It's up and good. There's water on the lens, and I really couldn't see where the ball was. And the 3 Browns. That's what I'm talking about. He matched a 46 yarder? Nice. But that one was taken to the house. Never forget he had a run like that negated earlier. Uncle Lou. Florida fans every 5 seconds. Refresh, refresh, refresh. It's not even refreshing. They turned on the post notifs for Pete Thamel and every reporter, waiting to see if Billy gets fired. It's raining out here too. So Smith ready to kick it away after they scored a touchdown. Pretty rare these days. Windy out there too. Damn. And the kicks away. It's a shorter one. Here's the return. He got it. Oh, damn. Wow. Someone said on here Florida fired Billy, but they're not really sure yet. That's tough. Wow. Ball's out. Wow. Browns get it right. That was actually was it racial? Here's a handoff again. Judkins gets about 3. Center, just past the 45. And he gets swallowed up. Offense goes right back to being inept. And 11. Shotgun empty backfield for Gabriel. Back to pass. Dumps it off to Fannin. And he's going to get the first down. Wow, not too often do we see those plays go our way. And we got a flag. Sides, defense. Yeah. Yeah. At least they had a backup plan in case it went awry. Offsides on the defense, so yeah, we'll get the first down regardless because Fannin got it. Long, and they're covering the deep ball. Like, bro, okay. Just outside the 30, back to pass. Whoa, that's a little too high for Fannin. He's not as tall as Yao Ming or Manute Bol. 5-play, 83-yard drive. That did that touchdown. 2:55 elapsed time of possession on that last one. So it looks like everyone seems to believe he's been fired. Unnecessary roughness tweeted about it too. Bro, if that is the case and he is getting fired, hoo-wee. Nothing Kansas City, by the way, over Las Vegas. Shotgun. Hands it off. And he'll get to the 30. And there's another flag. That's going to be holding. It's going to be holding, I think. No, unnecessary roughness on the Dolphins? No. So let's see what happens. Watch Phillips. Oh, he shoved him afterwards. That's kind of a dramatic shove. He doesn't know if the ball's in his hands or not. Larvadain motions. They're inside the 20 at the 15 now. 1st and 10. I formation. Hands it off for nothing. Can we do something else besides running on 1st down? I don't like how you're running it, but damn. Does Kevin realize that if you pull off the perfectly executed play action, the defense will get sucked in by the run, and that'll leave nobody around mostly for the pass? Second and 12. Back to pass. Steps up. Rolls. He's going to take off. And he'll get a few yards. I think if the receivers knew that there was a block, if he was going to run it, they would be blocking downfield for him. Everyone on Twitter saying Billy Napier is gone. Wow. If he is fired, oh, Zach Goodall says they're firing him. 3rd and 8. And we have timeout. Timeout. Miami calls timeout here. They have 2 remaining. All right. Browns, of course, got this ball back on a fumble forced on the kick return. $7:39 to go, 3rd and 8. Back to pass. Hot. That's Ford. Inside the 5. First down. This is why Gabriel was so good at Oregon. He's very precise. I don't think he's really good on a deep ball, but he can hit the intermediate stuff. So good play call. 7:10 to go in the second half. I mean, the first, oh, sure, second half. First half. Shotgun for Gabriel. That's Dylan Sampson. No, who is that next to him? Judkins taking the snap. It's like, yo, didn't even hit me that. Oh, it's Judkins. Direct snap. If this dude would have like ran up and then went oink on some freaking Dontario Poe type thing. Remember that? Man, Dontario Poe, what a name. What a guy. That's where I run, because everyone's going this way. I go the other way. 2nd and goal. They got Luke Whippler out there now at that's interesting. Extra lineman must be. Stefanski's going to take his first time out. So yeah, if there's any Florida Gator fans watching, I don't think there are. You know, we'll see Miami, so I mean, you never know. Sounds like Billy Napier could be on the way out. The guy who covers the Gators, I guess, tweeted out that he's been fired. Billy Napier is gone, most likely. So the era of Sunbelt Billy seems to be over. But now things are going to get interesting because transfer portal and commitment decommitments. Who's going to decommit? Who's going to flip? And who's going to transfer out of there? And will Ohio State go after any of those guys? You never know. So again, Judkins back out there, the Wildcat this time. Oh, watch out. Bobbled it. Touchdown. It was like he bobbled it and he took off up the field, up the gut, and scores again. 16-3. 16-3. Extra point pending. Here's the extra point. It's up And it's good. 17-3. My God, we might be able to score 20 points today. Possibly. Man, see, he's so good, dude. It's only the first half. I think this is the largest lead the Browns have had since last year. 17-3. That's tough. That's that's tough. The heck is this? Hilarious. Patrick Mahomes pretends to be upset that his hard count didn't draw Raiders offside, then snaps the ball immediately for the first down. This thing never often works. Judkins so far 16 carries, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. The one was, of course, he just broke through and took off. But yeah, if there's any Gator fans watching just because, Bailey Napier, go Buckeye. Versus a Buckeye fan, I know they had one player that Ohio State was after when he was coming out of, when he was looking for his new home. And that's KJ Ford, the edge rusher from Texas. It's likely he'll probably dip out of there and go elsewhere. I don't see us going after him. We're going after Drake Quinn, former Clemson commit. You can always add another one. Why not? Can never have too many, especially now with the expanded schedule, the longer season, and if they had more games, because they always looking to expand the playoff. That's more games, more wear and tear. That's where depth really comes in handy. So 10 play, 46-yard, 5-minute drive culminates in another Quinshon Judkins touchdown run. I know Browns fans were kind of mad that they didn't run him enough last week. So, of course, they ran him a couple times, and he's got already 2 touchdowns. Here's the kick by Schmidt again. Last time they fumbled it. Here's Washington again. Hit him again. Damn near gets to the 50. Then they damn near give up a freaking touchdown on the return. So Dolphins get it back just near the 50. I don't know about Jalen Waddle. I'm sure he is. They haven't gone to him yet. I'm sure now they will. I'm sure they will now. We might actually be able to score 20 points today, possibly. We keep this up. 5:58 to go in the first half. And they jumped. Ward was quick to alert. Hey, he jumped. He flinched. By Denzel. Hey. He moved. Damn it. See, if you're a commit these days, you want to see who they get. Because the last thing you want to do is enter the portal or decommit and then find out, oh, yeah, they're going to hire like Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin. Yeah, Lane Kiffin. Takes the snap, back to pass, dumps it off, and there's a swarm of Browns players. Gets about 2. Second down. Punt and a field goal on their 2 drives. They had the ball last time, remember, after we scored the touchdown. and they fumbled it. Gave us the ball back, and then we went down and scored again. Come on, Garrett or somebody, get after this dude. Play action. Oh, yeah, he just fluttered it. Wasn't anywhere near, but the only guys in the area were Browns players. Ray Sean Jenkins on the coverage, on the pressure. 3rd and 13. 5:07 to go here in the half. Mike McDaniel, like, how the hell are we going to be able to move this ball? Like, what? What? 5 on the play clock. 3, 2, snap, back to pass. Pressure coming. He's just going to loft it up to nobody. But there's another flag. They're going to be holding on the Browns. Yeah. It's on Harden, I believe. Got a little too handsy trying to jam his receiver. Let's see here. Just kind of, he's sticking him. Okay, you can let go now, buddy. I mean, yeah, you don't know if the quarterback's going to run, though. That's the thing. So it's 1st down. There it is. There's the classic Browns penalty. Oh, wow. New England tied the game. That was quick. That's our 2nd penalty of the game. Holding. Hello. Oh, damn. Schwarzenegger. Damn. Hey, hell no. That guy was getting held, but they're not going to call that. But Schlesinger blows up the run, lost it 2. They gave it to Achan. Good job just swarming over to the area. He wouldn't have gotten much anyways. I heard Schlesinger's name a whole lot recently. He's been making plays. It's just nothing really, notable. 49 tackles, though. 49, most among rookies. From UCLA. I know he's enjoying watching UCLA lately. They've won like 3 in a row. Wow. 2nd and 12. Wait, that's going to be an incomplete pass. They got so lucky. We had a guy on the freaking ground rolling as if he was in the air and that ball was tipped. Yeah, it's an incomplete pass. It's batted backwards. Down. That was so close to being a pick. There's Mason Graham. Instant pressure. Delpit slid. If he would have stayed on his feet, he probably would have been able to just get underneath it and catch it and run off. But still a good play, though. 3rd and 12. Empty backfield. Incomplete again, trying to fit it in there and nothing doing. 4th down. That was so that close to a pick. Because if Delpit was Walker's, because he was on the ground, he was like slide tackling almost. Like you thought the ball was going to be batted down or something like that, but it was in the air. And if he would have just stayed on his feet, he would have been able to just run underneath it, catch it, and take off. So here's the punt. And let's see what the Browns do with it. Fair catch. 4 and 10. Brown. Wow. For complaining about what Mason Graham wasn't doing, and there he is. Browns take over. 17-3. Gator fans are funny. I just look up Billy Napier Gators and stuff, and it's like people are like, "Hello, Peter." Wait for that Pete Thamel tweet. You're fired. Yeah, Pete Nakos on 3 says it. Did Pete tweet it? No, he hasn't tweeted it yet, but he's retweeting stuff saying it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, Pete officially said it. Well, we'll see what happens in recruiting now for Florida. Also, see who Florida hires. Right? Because I think whoever they hire, that could determine who sticks and who leaves. Yeah, this coaching carousel is about to be insane. That's exactly right, Hayes. Oh, there's the Pete tweet. Florida is firing Billy Napier. Sunbelt Billy! Sunbelt Billy is no more. Maybe they should actually get someone from a power conference this time. Man, they actually were like all over Billy Napier. I mean, Florida fans are glazing the hell out of him. 4. Shotgun for Gabriel. Snap. Hands it off. No, he handed it off for a loss of 2. They do this every time. They run it. First down every time. There's the Judkins run from earlier. Broke a tackle, got a big gain, and then there's that one. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's gone for the touchdown. How about that? That was amazing. He's like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in one person. 17 rushes, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns for Q. Turn me up, Q. Under center. Hands it off. And he'll get about a yard back. He's back to the original line of scrimmage. All they're going to do is run the ball now, huh? That's right. Yeah. Kevin loves to just turtle up and run. He doesn't like, he's not going to add any more points. Timeout, Dolphins. That's their second. I want to know exactly what's going to happen with Ohio State's class. Like, who else are they going to add? Right? 3rd and 12. Oh, so he really didn't get no yards. Okay. 3:15 to go here in the half. They got Judkins out of the game, so this drive's over. Here's Staley, the running backs coach. Jacksonville lost today 35-7 in London. That's tough. Freaking Stafford had a career game, had a legacy game. 5 touchdowns. 3 of those to Devontae. Flags in the end zone. Why is this bozo hanging out in the end zone for like that? Why are you dropping back on 3rd and 8 like that far? Come on, Rook. Okay, so he stopped in the field of play. You know, bum-ass Lucas III has to have hands to the face. We have the worst tackles in the league. So he's in the end zone there. But then he comes out of the field of play, out of the end zone, and that's where he gets stopped. We have the worst tackle situation in the NFL. There's the boot by Bjorkes. They'll get it around the 50. They're going to have it in Browns territory at around the 40-yard line. So yeah, I think at worst they probably had 3 points here. If our defense can stiffen up, we might be able to, get a few big plays and maybe a turnover. A turnover right here. I know I'm asking for a lot, but that would be awesome here. Touchdown since Q began his career. Q has 4 of them. That's tough. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Oh my God, entertainer. Oh, that's funny. Miami Dolphins look really bad today. They trade away any player worth any value at this point to rebuild. Take what you can get. Someone already made a Waddle Giants edit. They quick with that, man. Damn. That's funny. That's funny. They may actually score 20. I know that's jumping the gun though. We gotta wait and see if they can actually do it first. Because you know how this team is. They're liable to just not score any more points the rest of the game. I think we have the longest streak without scoring 20 points in the NFL. It's been ages since we've scored 20. You know? Swessinger showing like, oh, let's go. 6 plays, 6 play, 4 plays. Punt, field goal, punt. Let's end this first half on a high note, defense. 17-3, 2:53 to go here in the. This is their best starting field position, obviously, but yeah. 2:53 to go. They have 1 timeout remaining. I need Miles Garrett to come on or someone on the right side, like Alex Wright, to come on the blind side and just to take that ball out. Under center. Back to pass. It's pressure. They blew it dead. Let's start. They should still give Carson the sack, though. So that's a false start. That'll back him up. That was on 79. Right there. Yeah, okay. The right tackle matched up with McGuire. And he's scared by Isaiah McGuire. Are we serious? Oh, watch out. Dump it. Brings him down. That was awfully close to offsides. Be careful there, Grant. Damn. He doesn't blitz a lot. How close? Oh, yeah. Okay, so he snapped it as he was stepping over. So he got saved by a matter of seconds. Grant. 2nd and 21. 2:18 and counting. Come on, get another one. Get another one. And there's Achane. Immediately breaks a big gain for a first down. Oh my God. Defense. 2nd and 21. Give up a 23-yard gain. Am I surprised? Oh, wait, I'm not. I'm not. Uh, 21. Oh my God. What the heck? Oy. Yeah, Billy Napier been fired. Did all that work for. They're too busy. They get too caught up in their own aura, and then they give up a big ass run. I wouldn't. I'm not saying nothing until the game's over. I've started celebrating prematurely before, and it's like we ended up blowing it. Can't trust this team, especially with this defense. I mean, get them in a 2nd and 21, and then Deion Sanders emerges as a candidate for elite coaching job. What is it for Florida? Fine, elite. To define elite. Florida State. Oh, if Florida State fires Norvell, I could see them maybe reaching out to Deion. Yo, Deion, you want to come coach at your alma mater? I mean, his son isn't in the NFL, and his kids aren't in the NFL anymore. But he's loyal to Colorado. I don't see him leaving. I don't see him leaving. That's funny. Hopefully, we can hold this lead, but you know how this team is. Get them in a 2nd and 21, and then poop yourself. So there's about 2 minutes to go now in the half. Snap. Here's a handoff. And he gets about 4. Another update from Kansas City. They are 21-0. Rashee Rice again. Come on. This freaking YouTube TV be glitching, bruh. Buffering and glitching. Wow. 2-4 Vegas. Yeesh. 2nd and 6. Throws it deflected away. Campbell on the coverage. Campbell against Waddle. So that's the first, I think that's the first throw to Waddle today. Mm. Okay. Good break up by Campbell. Down. Hold him to 3 points here. We'll get a turnover and turn that into points for us. But the turnovers are tough to come by for this defense. Shotgun for Tua. And they're going to call timeout here. So they have no more timeouts. So they better be tried and true on whatever they want to do next because they have no more timeouts. Help it with the sack from before. McCoy's going to be redeeming those 3 timeouts for a free bloomin' onion at Outback. Ah, the Titans. Oh, wow. New England's up 17-13. Well, that changed quickly. Just a pass, pressured, almost sacked. That was almost picked off, but Hickman was the closest, but the ball went away from him. But another stop on third down. Going to hold him to 3 again. Blitz a little bit more. Send some extra heat, send a corner, a linebacker on a blitz on the blind side or something. Here's the kick is up and it is doink. Penalty flag. What's a flag? Are you freaking kidding me, you bum? Oh, God. Unnecessary contact to the snapper. Not. There's the wonky penalty that happens every time, and now what happened to my freaking thing? YouTube TV just said, nope, you're done. Okay. And there's a flag. Yep. Hey, so YouTube TV just decided to say, you know what? Screw you, buddy. You're not gonna watch any more of this garbage. So it's a first down. Never even heard of a freaking. I've heard of leverage, unless that's what they were trying to refer to. I hate YouTube TV. Did DirecTV have to get rid of Sunday Ticket? Bubba Ventrone needs to be sent to the glue factory. Buddy needs to be sent to the glue factory at this point. Let me check my computer here. Because it doesn't want to work. Oh, there it is. 3rd and 13. Okay. Back to pass. He's going to run and he'll slide. 4th down with about 33 seconds to go. No timeouts. So they either have to go for the end zone or go for the field goal, and they're going to bring out the field goal unit. Shelby Harris, of all people, to do that. Oh, it looks like Darren Waller's out with a pec injury. Ugh. So 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, kick is up, and it's a chip shot, and it's good. So a 17-6 Browns lead at halftime because Shelby Harris, I guess, made contact with a snapper. You understand leverage. But what? And of course, they get the ball to start the second half, too. I feel like some of these penalties are made up. Like, what? They pull out the rare penalties against the Browns. They don't get called for the common stuff. It's always like the stuff that's like, what? Like personal foul, picking the receiver's nose when he wasn't when he by on the and the receiver's nose and stuffing it in his mouth. 20-yard penalty on the Browns. Browns go in at halftime up 17-6. Because of course. Of course. Well, actually, that didn't end up being a touchdown because will Kevin attempt to open the offense up or will he play not to lose? That's what he's been doing a lot. He plays not to lose. He doesn't play to win. And they end up losing. So it's TBD at this point. To be decided. The Sonic Smasher, the QB1 of burgers. Okay, it's nice. Good to know. He'd go hard though. Jamming out to this beat from the sponsored ad. This is the largest lead the Browns have had in a while. I remember the last time we had a lead this big, right? Game will resume shortly. Good to know. Okay. So, stats from the game: Dylan Gabriel, 5 of 7 for 55 yards. Got sacked one time. Huggins, of course, 18 carries, 75 yards. Dylan Gabriel, 3 for 13. Dylan Sampson, 1 for 4. And Jerome Ford, of course, 1 for 0. Through the air, Malachi Corley, 1 reception, 17 yards. Judy, 2 for 17. Fannin, 1 for 12. And Ford, 1 for 9. And then, of course, Rayshon Jenkins forced or recovered the fumble. Delpit, I believe, forced it. And then defensively, 1 sack from Grant Delpit. As far as the Dolphins go, Tua Tagovailoa, 5 for 12, 37 yards. Got sacked one time. Devon Achane, 7 carries, 80 yards. Tua, 3 for 6. And Ollie Gordon, 1 for -1. Jalen Waddle, 1 catch, 15 yards. Malik Washington, 2 for 13. Okay, so Waddle has 13 targets, but 1 catch. Okay, makes sense. All right. 2 for 13 for Malik Washington. Nick Westbrook Akine, 1 for 7. Achane, 1 for 2. And Gordon has 0. 1 target, but no catches. They also have a sack from Tyrell Dodson. Max Crosby is doubtful due to back and knee injuries. Ooh, damn. Jalix Hunt. Dolphins will get the ball to start the second half, too, by the way. Now we got to see how Kevin plays the second half. Because you know how he is. He's notable. He's liable to just turtle up and do nothing, where the offense barely moves. Mon Spell, 5-star running back, Notre Dame. Okay, yeah. I mean, we got our eyes on someone else, I think. The guy that we've been zone 6 is waiting. Who's that? Dallas? Nah. Line does not do portal receivers. I don't know. I think Heartline takes pride in that he's never taken a portal receiver. I can't believe I never really understood. I never thought about that. Yeah, it's true. Ever since he's been here, he's never taken a portal receiver. I mean, would it change if maybe it was a receiver that he was going after in college? Maybe, like, in high school? Maybe. Jesus Montero passed away, huh? Hmm. Wow. I don't think he's gonna go for a transfer portal receiver. We never do. Only way he would do that is if the receiver core was lacking, which with him it never lacks. His group is never lacked at all. They're always like top tier. I mean, I would make an exception for like a Dallas Wilson or Vernell Brown or those guys. Ah, Raylan Womack was once again disappointed on Sunday. He's always going to be disappointed. He's going to Auburn. 0 times on SEC play. Hey, Braylon, you could have been a Buckeye though, right? We viewed Braylon as like the guy to follow in Caleb Downs' footsteps. Now, do I see us going if he does decommit? Could we go after him? It's possible. Does it actually happen? Maybe not. Just don't see it happening. Who knows? College recruiting is weird these days. With everything that goes on, it can get weird in a quick, in an instant. Florida wide receivers coach Billy Gonzalez will be the interim coach. Okay, let's see what the commits have to say about Billy Napier getting canned. Because again, there's a couple kids I know that Ohio State would love to go after in recruitment. Let's see. Hall. Okay. He'll be discussing his options. I'm still committed over the next few days to figure out the best thing moving forward. Marquez Daniel, waiting to see who Florida hires. Davian Gross, wait and see approach. Tremont Collins, Will Griffin. I'll be right back, guys. back in better than ever. Kevin Ford, still 100% locked in. Okay. Yeah, it seems like Florida's class is pretty much all together. They're not going anywhere. The hash slinging slasher. How could I not forget? The hash slinging. No, it's the hash bringing the hash slinging. The hash slinging slasher. The hash slinging. Uh, the Jets had the ball at the midfield of the timeout. Fields was sacked, and instead of using the timeout, they decided, nah, let's just let the clock run out. Aaron Glenn's got mush for brains. There's just something about that organization, man. Yeah, of course, the Dolphins will start off with the ball in the second half. Browns up 17-6. Should have been 17-3, but they had to literally make up a penalty flag on us. Like, I swear, they do that all the time. It's like they be calling the most rarest of penalties on us. All right, let's have the defense go out here and get a turnover or something. Oh, Drake May was getting checked out, I guess, hitting his head on the turf. Ugh. But he's back in. That's good. 18 rushes, 75 yards, 4.2 average, 2 touchdowns for Q. HN, 7 rushes, 80 yards, 11.4 average, 0 touchdowns. Make them tackle you. Wear them out. Take their minds out of the game. So 31 plays, 140 total yards, 2 for 5 on third down, 3 for 22 penalties. Dolphins 24 plays, but 7 penalties. Here's the return. They'll take it to their own 30, and that's where they take over. That's where they start. Oh, Shelby Harris. Yeah, Shelby, throw up the bunny ears, buddy. You're the reason why they added 3 more points. So here we go. Back for the third quarter. 17-6 Browns. Would love to see the defense throw up a 3-and-out right here. Like I said, get a turnover. Be different. Touchdown. 6, Tyson Campbell off the tip. Oh, just the tip. Oh, no. Pick 6, Tyson Campbell. Good. First play, Tyson Campbell. Rayshon Jenkins got the hit on Achan. He tiptoed. Ref was right there. He would have blew it dead if it wasn't. Scored more than 20 on a pick. Yep, he's in. He's good. It's up, and it is good. It's good. 24-6, Browns lead. Tyson Campbell. Jaguars fans are like, why did we have to trade him, man? Now he does that there. Greg Newsome in Jacksonville been getting booked. He's been getting booked. Oh, that's tough. Keep it up though. I literally said a turnover would be nice, and we got it. We scored over 20. Oh, I gotta fix the timeouts here. The Browns have scored over 20 points for the first time all season, and for the first time since what? Sometime last year when Jameis was taken over. James Gladstone might have the case for the worst GM in the NFL. I mean, I wouldn't say he's the worst. It's tough though because like Newsom was on he was on the last year of his contract. We weren't going to bring him back. So we got something in return that could help us for the future in Tyson Campbell. In his second game as a Brown, he gets a pick six. I want 30. If we score 30, yeah, defensive touchdown off a pick, off a turn, off a tip pass. Jaguars fans are going to see that and be like, damn. Ducks fans told me that Tyson Campbell sucks. Like, again, you got to think about the system, the fit. Tyson Campbell is a man corner who's very physical. He loves to play a little with a little physicality. Loves to get physical, physical. So the Dolphins would get it right back. And here's the return. 24-6 Browns. And there's a flag down. It'll be on the return team. Usually these flags are on the return team. Yeah, it's going to be on the return team. Yeah. Yep. That'll back him up. Waller, a pec injury, questionable. Keep scoring though. Don't let up. Just keep scoring. Stay on the gas. Blow these suckers out. 14 points off turnovers. The fumble on the kick return resulted in a touchdown. And then we have the pick six. Wow. 14-9 Philly. Shotgun. Hands it off. Swallowed up by Myles Garrett. And I'm sorry, that's Malik Collins. That's Malik Collins. He's been an impact player. Fans are out here just having a good time. You know, they're feeling good, feeling good. Sometimes I think all you need is a little kick in the pants, and Miles low key did that in his press conference. He's like, "Yo, we ain't scoring. We're doing our thing, but we need to do better." 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pressure. Oh, he almost that could have been bad, but he lost like 3 yards anyway. And it's right on the tackle. Yeah, these guys are juiced up now. I even said in my preview, I'm like, man, this is their first home game in about a month. They ain't been at home in a while, and a lot of times the crowd's energy will feed you. Like I bet you if they were at home in that Vikings game, like in the dog pound, they win that game. There's just something about making plays and having the crowd cheer and have fun. And 3rd and 13. My guys, get a stop here again. Get a turnover again. Why not? Back to pass. Pressure and down. There's Myles Garrett. They hit him on the other side. Hit him stunting inside and couldn't hold it. Couldn't. Yeah. That's Cole Strange, former Brown. Remember, he was on the practice squad. 4th and 19. Punts away. And that's a deep punt. Wow. Flag already. I wonder if it was like a return man not coming back, a gunner not coming in or something. Could be a hold too. It's interesting because you rarely see a hold like a. Maybe when there's a flag on special teams, it's usually holding. You do get the occasional push them out of bounds and don't let them come back in when it comes to the gunners. Yeah. That's 2 penalties on the Dolphins, but one's going to count as unnecessary roughness on the kicking team. Damn. So yeah, like I said though, the first one, the one that they declined, that was indeed the one where they had someone go out of bounds and they didn't let him come back in. Oh my god. Okay, that's interesting. Hmm. Tom Miles shows up. Has his first sack since the Packer game? Something like that? Yeah. Hasn't had a sack in a while. The first 3 games, he had 4. His first sack in a while. He's got 5 now. Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith 79-yard touchdown. Vikings. Classic. Again, remember the Browns were beating them and we just couldn't finish them off. Oh, man, I knew he was enjoying this. Dolphins making sure, hell no, you're not getting Mendoza. We are. Uh, when the Browns defense can front run, it's hilarious. When the offense actually has a pulse, this team can be so damn good. It's like all of a sudden you get a lot of energy when you're feeling good, when you're juiced up. When you're down in the dumps, you lose your energy quick. Oh, that's funny. That pick six was beautiful by Tyson Campbell. Ball. I sound like a Musburger. You are looking live. Browns have 9 penalties on the Dolphins. 1st and 10. After the 15-yard penalty on the unnecessary roughness. See where that puts us. Probably around midfield, I'd have to assume. Oh, that'll put us in Dolphin territory. Ooh. Here's the under center. Gabriel. Past the 45. Snap. Delay handoff. Goes for. Kevin, can we stop running it on 1st down? You do it every time. Like they're expecting it. Now, what they wouldn't expect is a fake handoff. You tuck it in. You make it look like you don't have the ball. And then you just boom, pop it up into someone wide open, most likely. But these guys don't know how to really get open. So, yeah. Second and 11. Shotgun. Gabriel hands it off, and he'll fight for about 4. Third down. Seems like the rain has stopped for the most part. And yep, so Judkins is out of the game, so this draft's probably over. Suck for saying? He's only like a redshirt freshman or sophomore. He's not coming out for a couple more years. I think he's a redshirt freshman or something. 3rd and 8, back to pass. Gabriel throws. And then he dropped it. Oh my God, bum. Hey, Whiteheart, this is what you played, bozo. He had a first down, but of course, that's why you don't play much, bozo. Luckily, he fell on it. 4th and 4. And we got Bjorkis to punt it away. He would have had a first down. And that's probably why Whiteheart doesn't play. Will be fielded inside the 10, about the 7-yard line. Well, at least the defense will have a chance to feast again. Would love that. Would love it. Yes, I would. This is what we get when the Browns are actually playing well. Offense can move the ball a little bit. 2 touchdowns from Judkins. That helps. And the defense forces 2 turnover, pick 6, and then of course special teams even forced a turnover on that kick return, which turned into a touchdown by Judkins. Ruled out Cam. Oh wow, Cam Jurgens is out. Aziz Ojolari and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Ew. The Vikings are like, yeah, you may beat us, but we're going to take out your players. Your players are going to get hurt. Browns can hold on here. That would make this upcoming week so much better. Because then we got the Patriots, who are pretty good. And then we got a bye week. And then we got the Jets after that. Yeah, Cam Jurgens is out with a knee. Aziz, hamstring, and Trotter with an ankle. There's a look at Oahu, home of both Tua and Dylan Gabriel. Wow, very scenic. And then you come to Cleveland and it's all just rain and depressing. That's not much rain anymore. And oh, she got laid. Oh my God. And they got like a little lei around her. That's pretty cool. Flower necklace. Hands it off. Come on, knock the ball out. 14 to go here, 2nd and 1. That's Ollie Gordon, the former Oklahoma State Cowboy. Only 1 to 9. 2nd and 1. Play action, pressured. He's about a yard short. All right, guys, I'll be right back. We are back. 24-6. Second and 13. So they had a fourth down. They actually got it, of course. 6:57 to go. Oh my guys, stop being so lackadaisical, man. So that was his first unassisted sack earlier since week 2 against the Ravens. Unassisted, his own. Like no half sack or anything. Yeah, Whiteheart had a first down, but he pooped himself. Literally, he pooped the ball out. First and 10. Chan gets stuffed by his own lineman. Man, it's like when you're playing Madden and you're trying to run past the lineman and you can't get, like you get locked on him and you can't pass him. Second and 7. For anyone just tuning in and you're like, how the hell did the Browns score 24 points? 2 Quinshon Judkins touchdowns. 1 was set up by a fumble caused by Grant Delpit on a kick return. And then that kick return was off of the first touchdown, I believe, or the field goal, whatever. And then the pick six by Campbell. Back to pass, throws it to wide open. Who the hell was leaving this dude wide open? Gotta make sure you know your freaking assignments, dude. Come on, defense. See, now they're gonna start screwing up. And I bet you this will be a close game at the end because that's what the Browns do. They never keep their foot on the gas. Like, hey, Denzel, your guy's over there. Or maybe that was Carson. I don't know, but took the wrong assignment. All right, well, in Browns territory, shotgun for Tua. Back to pass. Open. Gets about 3. You hold on to 3 here. That'd be huge. 31-13 New England. They were down 13-3 or 10-3. Damn. Brutal. The Titans were up, I think, 10-3. Put it away completely. God. 2nd and 8, 4:11 to go in the third. And they swallow him up for really no gain. That's Shelby Harris. 3rd down. Five-7 Rams beat the Jags on in London today. That's gonna be a fun run. 31-0 Kansas City, start of the 4th. Holy crap. Sheesh. 1 for 8 on 3rd downs today. Average yards to go about 9. Come on, get another stop here. Back to pass. Pressure. Caught. Oh, they said he dropped it. Connor must have bounced off the ground. Let's see here. Yep, it hit the ground. It hit the ground. He didn't have control. You watch that live and it's like, oh, he caught it. No, it was like bouncing all over the place. So 4th down, 3:17 to go. And you know they got to go for it because 3 points are not going to help you when you're down by 18. But the Browns got to get a stop here. No funny business, no tomfoolery. Like legit, get a stop. 4th and 8. When he caught it, but it's short of the 1st down. Browns will take over. Yeah, that was a. But he got whacked. Oh, yeah, he got a shot right in the ribs. Watch this hit. Wasn't that bad of a hit. But still, the ball was. Get the. So the Browns do force a turnover on downs. Good stuff. But yeah, you can tell like there's no David Njoku. That sucks. Imagine being David, right? You're like, I freaking get hurt. I miss this game and they do this. Really? But you have to think if this continues, if this score holds, does Mike McDaniel get fired? I mean, it's tough. It's a tough situation to be in, really. And it'd be interesting to see how the Dolphins do things coming up. We go out and score another touchdown here, like, damn, that's crazy because it's like, man, you give up 30 points to a Browns team that was allergic to scoring 20. The freaking Tyson Campbell trade, right? Jags fans were like, oh, he's ass. Have fun with him, Browns. But yet, what happens? He gets a pick six today. What did Greg Newsome do? Besides, dance. I don't even know what he did, but I heard he got torched again. That's the Newsome special. He's so prone to getting toasted. And then what'll happen is he'll make some small play where he'll be like in the area of a play, like, receiver will drop the ball or it'll go over the receiver's head. And what does this dude do? He'll start breaking out a dance routine. It's cool to have a little handshake, handshakes are cool. But to got a whole ass dance routine yourself, no. So I guess it was the Delpit that laid the wood on that hit. He caught the ball, but it was short of the first down. Ooh. So Browns take over. 3:13 to go in the third. Play action. First down. Oh, it's incomplete to Thrash. Same kind of thing that happened earlier. Probably just bounced out of the hands. I haven't really seen him throw the ball much. I mean, with the weather the way it is, you probably wouldn't expect him to air it out. Can't really tell if he. Well, I guess, oh, yeah. 6 of 9 for 60 yards. Not much in the passing game. Back to pass. Dumps it off. Here's Samson. He'll run for about, 9 yards. Run by Dylan. Remember, they used Dylan heavily on that dump off game in week 1, and then they rarely ever used him again. History of left handed quarterbacks, only 33 left handed QBs have ever thrown a pass in the NFL. Henny Stabler, the first one to win a Super Bowl. Steve Young, last left handed QB to start a Super Bowl. Likovic, only left handed QB taken first overall in common draft era. 3rd and 1. Under center. First down. Got it. Yeah, it's a first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in the third quarter. We keep playing like this, man. I want to add some more points. Screw that. I want to get in the 30s. You get in the 30s, that's tough. All right, so 2 minutes have passed now in the third. 2 minutes left now. 1st and 10 under center. Snap. Hands it off to Samson, and he will rumble for about 3. Looks like Isaiah Bond will be coming in. They took out the extra blocker. 2nd and 4th, gain of 3. I'm 2nd and 7. 23-14 Chicago. Dub Bears. 21-16 Philly. Late in the third quarter in Minnesota. Minnesota. Back to hand it off. And he'll get about a yard. All right, 3rd down. Glenn 7 of 10 for 68 yards. Win today would just be cool for the organization, take the heat off a little bit. 3rd and 6. Shotgun for Gabriel. Snap, back to pass. Good protection for once. He's going to run to his left. He's going to throw. Caught by Thrash. And a flag. Of course, there's always a freaking flag. Holding number 7, whatever, 60, whatever. Oh. Contact on the defense. First down. Didn't matter because Thrash had the big gain anyway, but first down. First down. And that'll do it for the third quarter. One thing I've noticed about Dylan, he can't really throw it deep. They're not going to have him unleash it like that. No. They're going to take the intermediate game, and, he's going to be a yak merchant. Yards after catch. Been different if he had like a Browns equivalent of Evan Stewart or, Trayshawn Holden. Those guys, right? Speedsters that can stretch the field. Honestly, if Dylan was the starter outright to begin the year, they might have actually gone after Trayshawn Holden. Or one of those guys, Speedsters. But they got Isaiah Bond, who we barely use. But we get a flag on the defense, so drive continues. Mason, direct snap touchdown. Thing about Kevin O'Connell, he'll pull out some crazy stuff like that. A direct snap against 3 defenders, and he still scores. So many idiots on this app hated that Delpit extension. No, Delpit's a dog. That's the kind of guy you want on your defense. A hard hitter who's also a leader type. I mean, he wore the number 7 at LSU. What's so special about that? That's like Ohio State's Block O. That's a number that you give to the leader of the defense, right? Look at all the players at LSU that have worn number 7. They've all been like leader type guys. That's exactly what Grant would be here. Tyson Campbell. He's been here for 2 weeks now. And he already has a pick 6. Hurricanes and Dolphins season's falling apart. Tough. And they play at the same stadium too, obviously. Tough. Yeah, it seems like the rain has subsided a little bit. Clouds actually filled out nicely. 1st and 10. Start of the 4th quarter. Browns in Dolphin territory. Throws. Caught by Corley again. Former Jet. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it, though. Maybe like a half a yard ahead, but still 2nd and 10. They don't do decimals. It can't be 2nd and 9.5. Larvadane out wide. Bunch everywhere else. High formation, a single back. Hands it off. And there goes Judkins, gain of about 7. Just waiting for him to spring that one free again. And there's another flag. No, it's a Rippler. Really? As an offensive lineman, that's tough because you get beat and you panic and you hold. If you look at all the holdings, I bet you a lot of them are when the O linemen get beat and they panic and they just figure, sacrifice a penalty to not having the quarterback killed. The worst is when that happens and it ends up being a big gain. So you negate the big gain. It's like, really, bro? Really? 4 penalties on us, 9 on them. 14:07 and counting here in the fourth, second and 20. Empty backfield. Quick pass to Fannin. And we're going backwards. This team loves the dump off pass. They don't throw it deep, rarely ever. They rarely throw it deep. Been like that all year. They practically have no passing game. We rarely ever throw it deep. I don't think Dylan Gabriel can sit in the pocket long enough to throw it deep. That's the thing. Lost one. Back to pass. 3 yard. Ooh, 2 yards. Ooh. That's all we do is dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, and dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Because the tackles suck, so you can't have your quarterback sitting in the pocket for 10 seconds while the receivers run downfield. That's why they have to go with the short to intermediate range. Now, with Shador, same thing. But you know how Shador is. He's got that Baker syndrome where he gets the ball, he gets jazz feet, happy feet, and he starts running around. And he can at least create with his feet a little bit. Here's the punt, and he'll down it at the 4. Hey, how about that? Raekwon McMillan, right? Or Raekwon McMillan, who is that? Well, that's a freaking linebacker from Ohio State. That's definitely not him. That's the first name I thought of when I saw McMillan. That's not Raekwon. I don't even think he's playing football anymore, is he? It's a linebacker. He played for Ohio State years ago. That was 31. Donovan McMillan. Okay. Yeah, from Pittsburgh. The rookie out of Pitt. Undrafted free agent. So the Dolphins will get it at their own 4 yard line. Yeah, I understand why they're doing the short range stuff, dump offs, because again, you don't want your quarterback sitting back there for 5 seconds at least while your tackles are getting butchered left and right, getting beat like a Cherokee drum. The interior is fine. It's the tackles that have stunk it up. So what happened to Jones and Conklin? Jones had his knee all tore up by Ballard from the Packers. He's out for the year, of course. And then Jack Conklin, as you know, is made of wet paper and glue. Every time I look at Jack Conklin, he's getting hurt somehow, somewhere. I don't even remember the last time he actually finished a game. It might have been the Vikings game, I want to say. He came back for like 2 games and then back injured again. It's always the smallest little thing. I got poked in the eye, then a concussion, and then it's like this small little injuries. It's like, bro, really? Joe Thomas was out here playing. He would play literally with a messed up leg, or like he would literally be out there all bandaged up. He would play through injuries because that's just the way he was. He was like, I'm gonna have to snap my leg in two for me to be taken off the field. Well, in his case, his tricep was snapped in two pretty much. Yeah. He's at that game. Panthers Bryce Young is questionable with an ankle injury. Damn. 11 of 20 for 89 yards and a pick for Tua. I formation. They're going to pitch it. And he gets about 2. Second down. Man, a turnover right here would be like serving us up a touchdown on the silver platter. I need Miles or Alex or somebody like Mason or Malik to beat their guy and get in there and just rough this guy up, sack him in the end zone. Dylan scored a rushing touchdown. No, he's not going to score a rushing touchdown. We can barely get the ball in the red zone as it is, especially now. And we have flags. Might be a false start, but we'll see. They blew the play dead, so yep, it's false start. Usually, when there's a flag and they blow the play dead, mostly it's false start or something like that. Yeah. So that'll back them up. 2nd and 12. 24-6 Browns lead. Wow. Inside their own 5. I formation. Snap. They're going to run it. And he gets loss of like 3 yards. I think he's at their own 1 now. Mason Graham, Alex Wright, and company. People were like, oh, Mason Graham's a bum. Oh, Mason Graham's a bust. Dude, Mason Graham's a damn dog, though. He's awesome. I didn't like him because he played for the team up north, but like, I see why Wolverine fans love this guy so much. He's a freaking can't even think of a good word, but 3rd and 12. Did they give him forward progress? Oh no, he's lined up at the 2. Back to pass. Rusher, get it at the 2. We can go. You might get your rushing touchdown after all. Rayshawn Jenkins with the interception. Rayshawn Jenkins. That's tough. To turn the ball over. Rayshawn Jenkins. Someone came in. I was Delpit who came in on a blitz. He threw it right to Jenkins. Jenkins should have just kept running to the outside because he probably would have been closer. Browns will have it inside the 2-yard line to actually get a Dylan Gabriel rushing touchdown here. I doubt it, though. Wildcat again. It's Judkins. He's in. Touchdown. They did a direct snap again to Judkins, 2nd time today, and he scores again. 3 touchdowns for the Cleveland Browns by Judkins, and also 30 points. 30-6 Browns lead. Bet you got to be to give up 30 points to the Browns. Oh, we might actually see we might actually see Shedeur Sanders. Snap. Kick is up and good. 31-6. That is what you call a Tua turn the ball over special. Oh, this is fun. I haven't had this much fun in a while. Rayshawn Jenkins. Rayshawn Jenkins. 31 points. Man, that's crazy. All right. We actually scored 30. Am I tripping or did we just score 30 points? Wow. Wow. We might actually see Shedeur. Perfect timing. I don't know if we're going to see Shedeur. It's 31-6. This game's over. There's not enough possessions in the game for the Dolphins to come back unless we do stupid, which I better shut my mouth because the Browns are known for doing stupid all the time. Best game since the Baltimore upset last year. You could say that. Honestly, from start to finish, honestly, I mean, this is like the Arizona game a few years ago. But that game was against Clayton Tune. And in that game, it's like I knew we were going to win that game from the beginning. If we lose this game to a team with so much turmoil going on in that locker room, it's great to have fun for a change. This is what happens when your offense actually has a somewhat of a pulse and the defense helps out. We have 3 turnovers today, 2 picks, a pick six, of course, the fumble on the kickoff. So that's 18. That's 21 points off of 3 turnovers. Yeah. There's Quinshawn. He has 2 rushing touchdowns, both in the Wildcat formation. That's kind of interesting. Taking direct snaps. That's one way to do it. 3 turnovers. Oh man, you know who I feel bad for? Frank the Tank. That dude, Frank the Tank, is gonna need to be like in a padded cell after this game. Rashawn, damn it! Oh, he tripped him up. Took him like 5 hours to trip him up, but he got him. And here comes Tua, turn the ball over again. And yes, that's how I'm going to refer to him. I know his name is Tiger Valoa. Mush brain, mush brain. That fool got that mush brain. Where's the freaking ball at? There it is, right here. All right. 31-6. And 49 to go. Runs the ball to the right. Throws. Oh, I thought he was going to do it again. I thought, man, this is too good because it looked like he was going to throw it right at our guy. But no, there was a Westbrook Akine open for the first down. But there's Garrett coming in on the sack earlier. I think Daniel going to get panned after this game. He has to. 173 total yards given up today. Wow. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws. Keep going. Damn it. That's 3. Once again. And there's a damn flag. That's going to be on us. I know it. It's going to be on us. Thing. Oh, okay. So they called holding on the Dolphins. Interception stands. Browns get the ball back. It's 3 interceptions for Tua. Turn the ball over again. Bro, this is insane. This is what the Browns defense has. Oh, there's a hole right there. You see it. Yoink. It's a yoink. Uh, with the yoink. With the yoink. Score again. Wait. Do it. You won't. Browns. Score again. Blow them out. You add one more touchdown, this game's a wrap officially. Because you're already up 27, 26, 20, no, 25. 25. You're up by damn near 4 possessions in the 4th quarter. But you know, they're just going to take it easy. They're going to run it a lot, which I'm perfectly fine with. You guys are winning, and I'm not at the stadium. I know it's a rarity, isn't it? Browns are looking at possibly being 2-0 in the turd uniforms. You know what's even weirder? In the third uniforms, both were at home, obviously. They've held their opponents to 10 and 6 points so far. This is I have not felt like this in a while. See, I wouldn't be surprised if they put in Shador. Well, turn the ball over. I haven't felt like this in a while. I mean, look it up. When was the last time we scored 30 points in a game? It would have been that Raven game, right? Let me look. So Browns have it back. That's his 10th interception this year. Damn. Not gonna win many games when you're turning the ball over like that. Take it from me. I know. You have to wonder if he could look into Tua's look at the world through Tua's eyes. What would he be seeing? 240p quality. So Gabriel's still in the game. 9 minutes to go here in the game. So we have what, 3 interceptions today, a pick six, and then what, 2 sacks? If you're Anthony Weaver, the defensive coordinator, what are you thinking? Or like, what are you thinking if you're the OC for the Dolphins too? You're thinking your job is you're done. They're gonna go back to Miami and their codes ain't gonna work at the facility. Back to pass. Lets it rip. Got a man. And he underthrew him. There's another flag. I bet you that's going to be on Jones. I think. Flag. Okay. Yeah, I probably thought there was a little contact, but yeah. How about Vegas losing 31-0? We face the Jets. We face the Raiders. We face the Titans. Bruh. To pass. Here's Fannin. He fall across the 40, about the 30, 38-yard line. 37-yard line. Fourth down. It's fine. Just don't turn the ball over. Let the defense just continue to rack up freaking turnovers on Tua. Honestly, I think his day is done. Yeah, his day is most likely done. So that Hickman turnover is the first one of the game we don't score off of. Oh well. Oh well. Didn't really get much of a return on it though. That's the thing. Well, I'm going for it here. Let's see. Nah, they're just gonna back him up. Okay, I see what they're doing. I'm like, oh wow, ballsy, Kevin. But no, they're just gonna back up a bit and give a little extra room for Corey to hopefully pin them in their own territory. Wow. Prince fan, how do you feel right now? Seriously. You let the Browns score 31 on you. And 24 of that was from the offense. Because one was a pick six. I wouldn't be surprised, Jacob. The Patriots are a good team. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I really wouldn't be surprised. Drake May is looking like a dude out there, man. He is something else. He is not Tua. Oh, they're not going to get it. Nope. End zone. Touchback. Well, you want to try to coffin corner it. So, yep, we have a change at quarterback for the Dolphins. Tua's day is over. 8:16 to go. Is their backup? So the last time we scored 30 was, I think, last year against, I want to say Denver, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly certain. Could be wrong. So it's Quinn. Oh my God, it's Quinn Ewers. Ah, hi Quinn. Back to pass. Throws. He's intercepted again. Pardon. You need to be cut for that alone, bro. How can you not catch it? You're tossing your turnovers like, come on. Just he tried. Oh yeah, he would have had it, but he kind of crossed his arms. Yeah, he crossed his arms. Oh well, at least he broke it up. The last time the Browns scored 30 was Denver. They scored 29 in a win last year against Baltimore, too. Dumps it off. Loss of like 2. Third down. Now, the last time we scored 30 in a win, God, has to be a couple years, definitely. The last time I think we scored 30 in a win was against the Jets in 2023 when we made the playoffs that year. That was the last time we scored 30 in a win. I'm pretty sure. In fact, we had scored 30 back-to-back weeks that year, too. Back to pass. He dropped it, and he'll get sacked. He muffed the ball, and then he'll get sacked. Straight down. Marlins and Heat still own y'all. You mean the Heat team that we swept in the playoffs? Yeah, they really own us, right? They really own us. Mm-hmm. Oh, they definitely own us. They own us so bad, we freaking swept them. And we blew them out in their own house. Twice. And here's the punt. Fair catch. Inside their own 40. Dramatic slide by Dom Jones. Browns will take it over. We see Shadur. October 1st, 2017. Spiro and Adams' 17th Browns game together since 2017. 6 Browns starting quarterbacks. Was that the first game together? Spiro and Adam? I mean, heck, we remember 2017, right? I mean, most of those games that year were by Spiro or Adam. Spiro and Adam are the other one. There was another crew that CBS had that always did our games that year. There's like only 2 crews that we had calling our games. 1st and 10. Gabriel's still out there. Man, you know how bad it is? They're not even having Shadur out there in garbage time. Just have him go out there and throw the ball around. Brown starting QBs. Heiser, Mayfield, Watson, Jameis, DTR, Gabriel, and then Hogan, Kessler, and Walker in relief. Oh my God. Evan Hogan. Wow. Play action. Let's it go. First down. That's Fannin still fighting. Yo, kid, go down, bro. I don't need you fumbling. Used to have been it's a pretty good pairing, you know. They're entertaining pairing. Adam Archuleta and Spiro. Spiro does basketball too. He's pretty good at that. I think if you want to work for CBS, you got to do multiple sports, basketball and football. They don't do baseball. No. Anderson hands it off to Judkins. He'll get a few yards. 5 minutes to go. Didn't even realize the Dolphins used a timeout earlier. There we go. Kane's going to destroy y'all in January. Are you guys even going to get there? Same crap every year from Canes fans. Oh, we're gonna win the Natty this year. Win your freaking conference first, huh? Okay? Something y'all ain't even done yet. Sad how South Carolina, who hasn't been in the ACC since like the 60s, has more ACC championships than Miami. Sad. Back to pass. Throws. Dropped. Oh. Third down. 4:31 to go. Yeah, they probably could put him in, but I don't think they will. But just another classic salty ass freaking Miami fan. That whole fan base is just salty. Uh, Phew, Dolphin! Stop thinking we're not up from here. We still have hope for the Super Bowl. Ah, that's funny. 4:31 and counting here. Back to pass. Sack. Come on, Dylan. What are you doing, bro? Throw it away. Fourth down. All game for Jalen Phillips to finally get a sack. Fourth and okay, 4:12 to go. So when the Dolphins get the ball here, it'll be less than 4 minutes left. Shador, like, man, they're really taking care of Shador though. Toronto fans are probably screaming on Twitter right now saying, "Get Shador in! Oh, put him in! Come on, Kevin, put him in!" And they're going to try to coffin corner this. And it bounces away from the goal line. That'll be around the, looks like, 8-yard line. So, Dolphins get it back here. Rocha's like, Mike McDaniels might not leave Cleveland. What do you mean, might not leave? You mean you think he's going to get fired and we keep him here? No, he's going to leave Cleveland on a different. They're going to leave. They're going to leave him on the tarmac. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah. At the round 8, 13-6 Carolina. Ooh, close one there. Hands it off. Gets about 2. 3:30 go. And it looks like guys are just banged up. Imagine that, you're playing, putting your body on the line, you're hurting, and your team's getting its butt whipped by the 1-5 Cleveland Browns. It's like the record seems like a facade. Because again, like I said before many times, if we had a kicker, we beat the Bungles. If we had a semblance of an offense, we beat the Vikings. So we should be 3-3 right now, going to possibly 4-3. We're not. We're 1-5 because kicker. They're scared. You might look better. Eh. Honestly, if they do fire McDaniels, I would bring him in as like an offensive consultant. Help out Tommy Reese a little bit. Yeah, help him continue this offense looking like ass. The CBS broadcast is speculating that Browns versus Bengals in Week 18 could be for a wild card spot. Okay, let's not get all out of whack here. It's the 1-5 trash ass Dolphins. This team is liable to get smoked by the freaking Patriots next week, especially with it being in New England. When was the last time we even won in New England? I think it was back before the Browns even left. Imagine buying a natty like in 2024 like y'all do every time. Every time. Oh, incomplete. Good coverage by that. Who is that? Trey Avery? Looks like he hurt himself. I mean, imagine having a quarterback like Cam Ward in arguably one of the better teams in the country last year And all you get to show for it is a freaking Pop-Tart bowl. Exactly, Fox. Buying a natty like the Marlins did twice. They bought World Series championships because they've made the playoffs like a handful of times, and they actually 3, 4 times now, right? Three, because he had the 95, or not, no, 90, he had 97, he had 03, then they made it twice since then. Imagine talking about us buying a natty. You can't even win your damn conference. Fans are so funny though, because it's like, every year they pump out their chest like they're big and tough. Oh, look at us. Oh, da, 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 da. And then they go and lose to Louisville. They were talking about they're the best in the country. They got big-headed Carson Beck, big-headed ass at quarterback. You know what would happen if we played Miami? We would probably smoke the hell out of them. Most likely. They have good players, but they're not on our level. It's the biggest thing people say. Oh, you bought a natty. Well, if you really think about it, most of that money that we spent last year was retaining players. We didn't spend all that money on just transfer portal players. Hell no. A lot of that money was spent on retaining players, keeping guys like Trey Henderson, and all the other guys that were supposed to possibly leave, kept them coming back for another year. We just so happened to spend a lot of money and get Quinshon Judkins and Caleb Downs. Okay, and Will Howard. 3rd and 8, 3:06 to go. Back to pass, dumps it off, and there's Mason Graham with the chase down tackle. And that'll be 4th down. There's Jerome Baker, former Dolphin. He needs help. Damn. See Miami making the playoff. I don't know if it'll be as a conference champion, though. 4th and 4. They're going for it. Back to pass. Why is he running? Well, they kind of gave him an assist. They helped him across. Classic. Oh, well. Not going to be mad. I mean, 2:07 to go. All right. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Browns are going to improve to 2-5 on the year. Dolphins are going to fall to a miserable 1-6. And they got 31 dropped on them by the Browns. And again, 24 of that was by the offense. Wow. The only reason to not play Sanders now is if Stefanski is afraid of losing the fans. Well, I don't even think the offense is going to get the ball back. Well, as Browns fans, at least we know that we don't have it the worst in the NFL. Nope. This is what happens. This is what happens when you get competent offensive play with the defense forcing turnovers. The defense legit forced 3 interceptions. They could have been 4th. And they also had a fumble forced on kickoff return. Don't see that too often. But last year against the freaking was it last year? Yeah, against the Jaguars. You know, we had forced a fumble, but they ruled that Dustin Hopkins was past the line because he went past the 50, which I guess you couldn't do as a kicker. Oh man, that's funny. Payson Campbell, though, right? Traded from the Jaguars, and you come here, and in your second game, your first one at home, you get a pick six. I need to watch the Cavs play. Yeah. And it's funny because if, well, I mean, I don't know how I was going to say this. If Ohio State played this upcoming week, you know, because I was thinking about possibly going to this game a while back. I was thinking about going to this game a while back, but I decided against it. And instead, I decided to go to West Virginia TCU. Oh, well. I've never been to a regular season college football game. I figured why not? Yeah. By West Virginia, because I live by it. Figured tickets probably weren't going to be that expensive because West Virginia stinks. 2 minutes to go in the game. Sack his ass. God, sacked him. Turn around. Yeah, I thought it was going to get picked. Why you man, 28, fool. How do you not pick that off? It's literally almost right in your freaking hands, you bum. Who even is 28? Is that Avery or something? Some weak ass freaking backup. Eh. 1st and 10. Here comes the charity touchdown for the Dolphins. At the 40. And that pushed out. That's Washington. 149 to go. Marlins fan can't talk about wasting the prime of anyone. How many NL All Stars leave the team every offseason? Sanders, he just got here. I mean, literally, like what Fox says. Sandy Alcantara, wasting. They had freaking Yelich, traded him away, traded Real Muto away. Giancarlo, pressure, and it's incomplete. Third down. About a minute 46 to go. Yeah, Marlins fans should not be talking to anybody about garbage. Oh, but we have 2 World Series championships. Well, like we said earlier, they literally spent all that money to buy those championships. And what have they done? Nothing. Now they do have a nice core though this year at least. They have that in there going in their favor. And we have a timeout. Timeout Dolphins. Let's see what other games are going on. Maybe I'll do some bonus coverage. I know Denver and New York, they're playing soon. Their fan bases have been freaking beefing on Twitter, just the most random ass Twitter beef ever. It's like, what's up with that? We got Broncos and Giants fans beefing on Twitter. It's like, huh? They barely play each other. They play each other, what, every 4 years or so? Oh, the Jets benched Fields. Turned to Taylor. Interesting. Huh. All right. 3rd and 4. Here comes Baker. It's caught Lineman. Oh my God. I knew he did not plan on that. Baker just, and he had the sack lined up, and Ewers got rid of it, and it ended up right in the hands. It might have been a fumble, so that might have been why it didn't get labeled as illegal, you know, ineligible, whatever, because it was a low key a fumble. 13-6 Panthers. Oh, how about this? Eagles up by 6 with less than 2 minutes to go. They have the ball, so They're going to hang on to win there, most likely. And that's a delay of game. I'm going to back them up. Safe to say the Browns got their revenge for last year. Wouldn't you want a 10-second runoff? Get this game over with. Less than a minute to go. Chiefs won 31-0. Patriots won 31-13. Colts, Chargers, Giants, Broncos coming up here soon. What are they doing now? Oh, okay. There's a cat under my TV and he's shaking my TV right now. Freaking cats. I'll tell you one thing about cats. They find the weirdest spaces to lay and sleep. I'm like, what the heck? Man, I tell you what, like a few days ago, I'm sitting here and back to pass. Here comes the pressure, and he's getting sacked by Donovan McMillan. That's the third sack of the game, and the defense is juiced up. Why aren't you yelling at him for dance? It's more of a handshake than anything. He's not breaking out a whole ass dance routine. There's a difference. And not to mention, he got a freaking sack. I mean, come on. I don't care if you do the if you sack. And by the way, that was fourth down. So that's where the Browns will get it, and that's where this game will end. They'll be traded in January. Damn. And there's a QB knee. Marlins fan can't talk about wasting. Yeah. So that's going to do it. The Browns win in absolutely dominating fashion, 31-6, and they are now 2-5 on the year. The Dolphins fall to 1-6, and I can only imagine what Frank the Tank is going to say. Well, how about the other Dolphins fans on YouTube? Right? There's a couple I'm thinking of. You know, shout out to the AFC East Roundtable, right? You know, shout out to Dan and, of course, Jets Media. You'll get to, you know, roast that loser over there, right? You know, yeah. Finns Talk. TD Finns Talk. Oh, lose to the Browns. You got 31 dropped in your head. So, shh. So, yeah. See what other games we got cooking up here. So, yeah, there's Miles showing love to Jalen Phillips and them. They forgot what it felt like to win. So what do? They go out there and damn near pitch a shutout. All right, let's see what other games we can watch here. What other games are there going on? Jets, 1st and 10. It looks like the Panthers are going to hold that one. Patriots, that game is over. Okay, so Bears and Saints. That one is yeah, Bears got that one on lock. What about the Eagles? Where's that game at? It's not on. Oh, I think that game was on my TV. That game's already on. That's a okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. So yeah, Browns win 31-6 and got the New England Patriots next week on the road. See how that goes. You know, normally I'd be like, oh, maybe they can build off of this, but we all know it's probably gonna happen. They're gonna get dragged right back down the hell where they were before. Because the Patriots are good. They dropped 30 on the Titans, which I mean that's not saying much. Imagine what we're gonna do to the Titans. Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown to put it away. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Commanders Cowboys. I guess I could put that game on. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up and get to work on my recap video. Got a lot to say, and it's gonna be positive. Wow. You guys won a game when I'm not at the stadium. I know it seems like a rarity. Thanks for the live chat, the game. You're great. Yeah. It really helps when the Browns actually win. I haven't seen us win a game like this since the Cardinal game 2 years ago. Wow. So yeah, 3 Monday tomorrow. Yeah. First time since week 3. Let's go. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. Big W. I cannot wait for the Kevin Stefanski. How about the team win? Because that's all he says in his locker room celebration. How about the team win? I need him to throw a freaking fit. Like, how about that team can win? Bitch, he slandered my name. Thought I was gonna get fired. Ah, see what happens with Mike McDaniel. Yikes. So yeah, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Victory Monday. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yeah. This is the most fun I've had streaming a game in I don't know how long. I should drink OJ during games from now on. Hey guys. Bye-bye.